The Lakers take game 3. They're up 3-0. 3 to zilch. I didn't even know what to say. Lakers take game 3, man. Every single person on the Lakers today did great, and Houston did not show up to play tonight. Houston, their offense was lackluster, to say the least. Their offense was lacking any stability, really. They couldn't keep onto the ball much. Their defense was okay, but throughout the whole game, from start to finish, maybe not so much nearing the end, but from the first quarter to 99% of the fourth, the Lakers were in total control. They were dominating. Literally. Shout out to DeAndre Ayton, bro. They were dominating. And it was because of everybody. It was because of Rui Hachimura. It was because of LeBron James, Luke Kennard, Jackson Hayes, Bronny James. You know, every single person turned up. LeBron ended the game 29 points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists. What? Rui Hachimura, 22 points. And, it's nuts. Every single play that Rui was part of, he hustled. He went in, he went out. It was amazing. He didn't let the ball go. Marcus Smart. This is my player of the game. 7 stocks, 10 assists, 21 points. What? This is Defensive Player of the Year, Marcus Smart. What are we talking about? Throughout this whole game, probably not the whole game, but definitely in the second half, Marcus Smart went stupid. He hustled took his off. This guy, he would die for the balls. He would jump over the moon for some of these balls. Anyways, I'll get into that in a second. Jackson Hayes, 12 points, but he was great on defense. He stopped Alperen Şengün from getting the game-winning shot. Even though he kept on letting him score, he locked in for that one possession, and that won the Lakers the game, really. We'll send it to overtime. But I digress. He was great on the boards today. He kept having those electric putback dunks, and it really looked like Marcus Smart and Jackson Hayes were made to play together. They looked like their prime Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal. It was craziness. Luke Kennard, he had 14 points, and not much to say about it, but he has been so great these past couple games that you can tell that a lot of the Rockets' game plan focused around not letting him get the ball and not letting him score. Because the Lakers have given him the green light of, okay, Luke Kennard, go and shoot. You're the greatest shooter of all time. We don't care what you do. And the first couple possessions of Luke Kennard's game, he looked like he had the ultimate green light. He put up a lot of heat checks. He kept shooting, but some of it didn't go in, but a lot of it did. But all in all, he was there defensively, all around today. But yeah, the Rockets also turned up. I can't forget about the opponents here. Alperen Şengün, 33, 16, and 6. Amen Thompson, he played 48 minutes, by the way, the whole game. 28 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, and 6 stocks. 3 blocks, 3 steals. Crazy. Reed Shepherd as well. Can't forget about him. 5 stocks, 17 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists. And Jabari Smith Jr. with 24 points. This was crazy. This was a really well-played game by all of them. And by looking at the box score, a lot of it you would assume that the Rockets outscored the Lakers if you only looked at the box score. And that was kind of shocking to me. Like, when there was roughly about 2.5 minutes left, 3 of the Rockets starters had over 23 points. And only one of them finished with more than 30. And that was Alperen Şengün. How is it that you're with a minute and so, or 2.5 minutes left in the quarter, 3 of you are up or at 23 points or above, but only one of you finishes above 30. That makes no sense to me. That really makes no sense. But it's crazy to me. But anyways, the Lakers' largest lead was in the first half. It was 16 points or something, and then they went on a run. They went crazy. The whole time the Lakers looked unstoppable defensively, offensively. They looked like they really knew each other. They looked like they all grew up together. They looked like they were playing in the rec league and they were practicing every day. Like this was their championship game. Marcus Smart, like I said, with Jackson Hayes, they looked like they were conjoined twins. They got separated. One became a center. One became a great point guard. And then they went back together on a team and they started playing together. And they shared that same mind and they knew what the next person was going to do. That's how they were playing, if you catch my drift. But with roughly around a minute left, less than a minute left in the game, the Houston Rockets were up by 6. And a lot of that was to do with LeBron James and his lack of intensity, per se, with the game. He was walking back on defense. He wasn't playing great defense. But what I will say is I'm going to attest to the amount of time he played. He played majority of this game. And being at 41 years old, I assume he's going to be tired. He's not 21 anymore. He's not 30 years old anymore. He's 41, and he's going to get tired. And so I assume that the reason he wasn't playing the best level of defense that he's ever played in the world is because he was tired. And he was walking back on defense. He was jogging. He wasn't really putting his effort in. And that costed them 6 straight baskets. And the 6th one coming from, not 6 straight baskets, 6 straight points. But the 5th and the 6th points coming from when him and Alperen Sengun were back, at the other end of the court, and Bron was walking, and Alperen Sengun was running. Alperen Sengun saw a clear lane. He got the ball. He got the ball. He just ran down the lane, straight, clean layup. And the Rockets were up by 6 with less than a minute to go. And Bron, being the king that he is, he said to himself, he said to the team, I got us in this situation, I'll get us out. And proceeds to hit 2 3-point shots to lead the Lakers into overtime, where they win because of Marcus Smart and his hustle. Crazy. But how did these two things come about? Well, they were both right after the inbound pass. Right after the inbound pass, it was either Marcus Smart or Rui Hachimura who got the steal, who poked the ball, whatever it may be, got it out of midair, out of the defender, whether that be, it was Reed Shepherd who got the last one. But they passed it out to Bron. In. Boom. 3 points. The last one came. Reed Shepherd had the ball. Was going to pass it out to Bari. And Rui Hachimura, no way. He intercepted that pass. He passed it out to Bron. Bron couldn't catch it in time. Fumbling around. Passed it out to Luke Kennard. Luke Kennard fakes it. LeBron gets to the not to the corner, but to the base. Passes out to Bron. Bron fakes Alperen Sengun. LeBron says jump. Alperen Sengun says how high. Went over the moon. Boom. Bron in his face. But I can't even say that was the greatest play of the game. Because we saw this game, the first father-son alley-oop ever. Bron, puts up the ball to Bronny. Bronny, reverse into the basket? What are we talking about? Craziness. And then we also had seen Marcus Smart from behind the 3-point line throw the ball. LeBron, bang, in. What are we, that was nuts. This whole game showed everybody's athletic prowess. Jackson Hayes, like I said, was putting back crazy putback dunks that you would never assume he could make. LeBron James getting alley-oops thrown to him from the 3-point line. LeBron James throwing his son an alley-oop right after his son made a 3-pointer. This game was crazy. This game held everything we needed. This whole playoffs. We don't need any more playoffs. We have what we need. Don't worry, Oklahoma City Thunder. We have Bronny James. Like, this was crazy. This game was my favorite game of the night. The Portland and Spurs game is still going on. I don't know who's winning and whatnot, but I'm gonna have to go back and watch that. But nonetheless, though, this game was great. Anyways, I talked about the first 4 quarters. OT. There's not much to really say about it because a lot of it was just the Lakers getting downhill. It was Marcus Smart getting downhill and hustling his ass off. There was 2 significant plays. The first one, when I believe it was Braun who shot up the ball, Marcus Smart went for the rebound. This guy, he looked like he had cloud in a bottle and jumped up. He got the board from way high up, fell down onto Jabari Smith's foot, and he was like holding his ass, and he you could tell that he was in pain. But even through that pain, he was like, "Oh, you good, Bari?" Man, what a sweet, kind man. Shout out to Marcus Smart, man. Really, he's the real role model, not Kevin Durant. Whatever. But anyways, the second play was when he was trying to poke the ball out from Amen Thompson, and when he was coming up, boom, I believe the ball slipped out from under him and whatnot, or Amen poked it. I can't remember fully what happened, but he hit his tooth on the ground. It looks like he chipped his tooth, and they still retained possession. Oh, and yeah, and then a third one with his hustle, with craziness, he got the ball. It was supposed to be a jump ball. Amen tried to foul him. He waved his arm up, barely hitting Amen Thompson. Amen got the flag, got the tech called on Marcus Smart, whatnot. Free throw, Reed Shepherd misses it. That was a critical free throw, may I add, because that could have changed the tide of how this game went. That free throw could have tied the game of where it was at that moment, but he didn't. And so Marcus Smart then got 2, and he went on to not only get put the Lakers up by 3, but he pushed the lead to 4 points. Anyways, though, this game in total, you can definitely see a lot of where the Rockets went wrong. But Jabari Smith Jr. for them was one of their best players, and you can tell that a lot of their championship aspirations went down the drain around the All-Star break, with the KD files getting leaked, and a lot of it being about Bari and obviously other KD teammates and whatnot. Look, you could tell this game a lot of how Bari shapes his game around Kevin Durant and how he plays by the shots he was taking, the way he was taking his shots, and the confidence of which he seemed like he was Kevin Durant's Padawan, and Kevin Durant just turned into fucking Darth Maul in the middle of training, and this guy doesn't know what the fuck to do. Anyways, this was a great game by the Lakers. Overall, I have no comments for the Lakers, really, other than Marcus Smart looked like Defensive Player of the Year. He should have won. Take that title away from Victor Wembanyama and give it to Marcus Smart. He deserves it, man. Marcus Smart, I hope your tuchus in your rear is good. Crazy pause on that, but he fell on Jabari Smith's shoe, and maybe his shoes are wonky and it hurt. I don't know, but nonetheless, though, Marcus Smart, hustle of the game, player of the game, in my opinion. No, scratch that. Record scratch. It was LeBron James. I don't know. Yeah, it was LeBron James. Yeah, king. It was the king. LeBron the Ramon James. He was the player of the game by far. His putback, his alley-oop, the alley-oop to his son. All around, great game from everybody. Yeah. Lakers up 3-0. There's never been a team that's come back from a 3-0 deficit. So I'm excited to see what the Rockets have planned in Game 4. Whether they're just going to put out Jayshawn Tate and let him run the offense and, then put in, they're going to sign Taurean Prince from free agency and put him to run the offense. Hopefully that's what happens. Or I mean the defense. Hopefully that's what happens. That's really their only game plan they have left. But yeah, all in all, this was a great game. For the Lakers, that is, not for the Rockets. Yeah, this was crazy though. This series has been crazy because of LeBron being 41 years old, being able to take on this young team like the Rockets. Craziness. Really, really crazy. Yeah. Lakers up 3-0. Looking like they're going to sweep the Rockets. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see I believe, in 2 days or whatnot. Peace.